8 or 24?
Number 8. 24 was more challenging.
It's Monday, so that means 3 things. 1, I'm not your MCM. 2, it's a Mamba Monday. And 3, it's time for the 24 podcast. How you guys doing? I'm your host, the product of positive environment, the Pope Chuck Paul. Episode 217. You can't see me. And I'm not talking about John Cena. I'm not talking about Yayo. I'm talking about that Pac off that All Eyes on Me album. Yes, Can't See Me. Classic joint. Hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. If you celebrated Passover or Easter or 420, hell, all I know is I was as high as Jesus when he risen up from the dead yesterday. That's all I'm going to say. Oh man, we got a lot to talk about. WrestleMania 41 has concluded. Talk about the winners and losers of that. Some surprises that went on. The NBA playoffs first round started on Saturday as well. Got to talk about that. And some breaking news about Shannon Sharpe that we'll get to at the end of this short episode. Let's get right to it. WrestleMania 41 results and highlights. Man, oh man. First of all, we have a new World Heavyweight Champion. And that is my man, my guy, main event, Jey Uso. Yeet. My man's pulled out all the stops, hit 3 Uso splashes, a couple of spears, even powerbomb Gunther, and made him tap out to his own submission move, the sleeper hold. Choked his ass out. I loved it. I even went back to a post that's still getting comments when I was like, damn, the hate is real for Jey Uso. And I went up on there and trolled them all. I said, how y'all motherfuckers feeling now? My guy's top dog. Love to see it. Also, the main event of that night, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, with Paul Heyman in CM Punk's corner. Man, oh man, it was near the end of the night. Paul Heyman, he went to get a chair. He looked at Roman. He looked at Punk. He gave the chair to Punk. Then Paul Heyman, bow, low blows CM Punk. Roman takes the chair. And guess what happens after that? Bow! Low blow to Roman from Paul Heyman. Then what happens next? Seth Rollins goes for the win. Thanks to Paul Heyman. Oh, it's going to be an interesting Monday Night Raw tonight. Man, oh man. I said if he's going to do anything, he's either going to screw Roman or screw CM Punk. But we shall see what happens next with Seth Rollins, though. You know. Also on that card, night 2, I told y'all before I wanted EO to win. I told y'all that Bianca didn't need to win. I told y'all that maybe Rhea needs it more because she's been dry, stale as of late after the breakup with Dom and the Judgment Day. We had Bianca. I believe she reversed a riptide from Rhea. Put her in the KOD, and the EO Sky came off the top rope with an over the moonsault on top of Bianca while she's going for the pin, and pinned Bianca. to retain. I honestly feel like Rhea should have ate that pin. So this way, technically, Bianca could be undefeated or not pinned in WrestleMania. So that streak is over. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, I'm happy EO retained. I'm really happy about that. And the shocker. Remember, I said I wanted either Dom or Finn to win, but I think if Dom wins, it's going to be him screwing over Finn or vice versa. But guess what happened? They tried to screw each other over. You know what I'm saying? Penta did his thing as well. Braun Breaker, of course, running up that top rope into a Frankensteiner. You had Finn Balor hit Braun Breaker with his coup de grace chest stomp. When he goes for the pin, who comes off the top rope with a frog splash? Dirty Dom. Pins Finn Balor, wins his first WWE main roster title. Man, the crowd was cheering for Dom the whole night. And it goes to show, well, I don't boo him, I fucks with him. But people just boo him because they just boo him. But in reality, they love that dude. Because he came out to cheers that night. And he even came back out, ran past Finn, get back in the ring to celebrate. Love to see that shit, man. Shout out to Dirty Dom, ex-con. Ex-con Dirty Dom. Fuck that. That's my guy. And the fight of the night. The man who sold his soul to The Rock. John Cena and Cody Rhodes. Started off slow, as usual. These fights kind of start off slow when you got someone a little up there in age like John Cena. But he hit Cody with like 3 or 4 attitude adjustments. Had him in the STFU twice, dragged him back to the middle of the ropes. When that didn't help, Travis Scott came down, got into the ring, tried to hit Cody with the belt. Cody hit him with a crossroads and kicked his ass out the ring. Then Cena was begging Cody not to hit him with the belt. He said, "You're a good guy, you're a good guy." As soon as his guard was down, low blow by Cena, hit him with the belt. 1, 2, 3 for the win. John Cena is your new WWE Undisputed Champion for the 17th time. My goodness, my goodness. Let me read off some Cena stats real quick. 17-time world champion, 9 world title matches at WrestleMania, 5-time United States champion, 4-time tag champion, and 2-time Royal Rumble winner. That was in 2008 and 2013. Damn. So, Cena came out. It's all black, plain, very dull. He told everybody, you get nothing now. He's ruining wrestling for everyone. Said the last real WWE champion. I loved it, man. I loved it. Crazy thing about it is, fans was cheering for him too. The fans don't know what they want, man. But I enjoyed WrestleMania. And they didn't have to cut nobody open or give anyone a crimson mask. Nobody bled. You know? Other matches that took place, the New Day won the tag titles. Randy Orton's surprise opponent was none other than TNA's Joe Hendry. Couple of cool moments from that match. Bayley couldn't tag up with Lyra Valkyria. So who was her partner? The Irish man herself, Becky Lynch, and they beat Raquel and Liv Morgan, which I'm upset that they dropped the titles to them because I don't know how long that tag team between Becky and Lyra is gonna stay together, but whatever. Rey Mysterio was hurt, so Rey Fenix took his place, and Grande Americano won that match. Damian Priest lost to Drew McIntyre in the Sin City Street fight, which I'm surprised about, but I'm not mad at either. Naomi lost to Jade, which I'm surprised, but not mad at either. That could have went either way for me. Also, how could I not mention Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton? They were scrapping from the beginning, but at the end of the day, Tiffany hit the prettiest moonsault ever and won. And another match that I forgot to mention, Jacob Fatu and LA Knight. Wow. Just wow. I could have had a Samoan sweep if Roman would have won, but Jacob is your new United States champion. Yeah, that I mean, all gas, no brakes. Man, I'm trying to think now, did I forget any more matches? My God. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think I got everybody. Great WrestleMania. I loved it, man. Like, I don't know what folks be looking for sometimes. More surprises, more guest appearances. Stone Cold made an appearance, almost ran through the barricade in his four-wheeler, knocked some lady down who was sitting down or whatever, but that's a whole other story. But yeah, man. Moving right along to some NBA. I told you guys that it was the first round. The first round kicked off on Saturday. Games seeds 3 versus 6 and 4 and 5 went up on Saturday, and seeds 1 against 8 and 2 against 7 went on. So let's talk about the first 4 games on Saturday. My goodness, my Lakers, man. See, Shannon, you did it to yourself. All that KFC, UFC, AE, Lakers in 5. Got the Lakers spanked by 20. What is that there? 22? Yep, 22 points. Wolves 117, Lakers 95. Knicks took care of business at home. Beat the Pistons 123 to 112. Bucks lost to the Pacers 117 to 98. Clippers and Nuggets went into overtime with the Nuggets winning by 2, 112 to 110. Thunder belt to ass on the Grizzlies, won by 51 points, 131 to 80. God damn. Magic, another team, belt to ass by the Celtics, 103-86. Now, this is the only game that didn't go past triple digits, scoring hundreds. Warriors beat the Rockets in Houston, 95-85. And it was a blowout for some parts of the game, and the Rockets did make a comeback in some parts. But that might be a tricky series right there, you know. Those are the only 2 teams who lost home court advantage, the Rockets and the Lakers. And man, when Anthony Edwards get going, dog, oh my goodness. I just don't want him to do what he did to my Lakers, how he did KD and the Suns. Don't sweep my Lakers. Please don't. Lakers, make it interesting. Please, please, please. But man, more games come on tonight. Let me, cue this up for you guys. Tonight, the Knicks will host the Pistons at 7:30, and the Clippers will be at Denver at 10 o'clock tonight. Both games on TNT. Before I let go, man, oh man, Shannon Sharpe, you and your boy Skip, you know, all that UCLA, MMA, Hyundai, Lakers in 5, nigga, you better hope this court case don't whoop you in 5. But the lawyer behind this is what's the dude's name? Busby? Yeah, him. So Shannon Sharpe is being sued for $50 million for allegedly raping his ex-girlfriend over a year's period of time. I'm going to read the excerpt, however you pronounce the shit. I'm going to read you some from this case, which is reported by TMZ. All right. Shannon Sharpe has just been sued for allegedly raping a woman on multiple occasions, and the plaintiff in the case is asking for tens of millions of damages. The lawsuit obtained by TMZ Sports was filed by Jane Doe on Sunday in Nevada after she says Sharpe brutally sexually assaulted her several times at the end of 2024 and the following of 2025 following a years-long abusive relationship. According to the suit, Doe met Sharpe in 2023 at a gym in Los Angeles when she was 20 years old, and he was in the mid-50s. She stated in the docs during their first encounter, Sharpe told her he would buy her fake tits if she won a weight loss competition with him. She wrote in the suit, Sharpe proceeded to pursue her relentlessly, calling, texting, and demanding she come to his Beverly Glen mansion. The woman stated that she and the former Denver Broncos tight end ultimately got into a consensual relationship, though she described it as controlling and verbally abusive. He demanded complete control over her time and body, attorney Tony Busby wrote in Doe's suit, expecting her to be at his house on his schedule at his command whenever he called. Doe claimed there was one argument in particular that terrified her when he yelled at her while a firearm was visible in the room. Now, she swung for $50 million. Why not go to the police? I don't know. You know how these clout chasers are. Now, I'm going to read you these statements that Shannon Sharpe posted on his page on his own. All right? Statement by Lanny J. Davis, counsel to Shannon Sharpe. Bear with me. I'm just reading a bunch of text messages now. It gets nasty. I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me with it while you're fucking me. Gabrielle Zuniga in a text message to Shannon Sharpe, October 7, 2023. I know you missed this big juicy ass. $25K for each cheek. Gabriella Zuniga in a text message to Shannon Sharpe, 1/1/2025. This lawsuit filed by Gabriella Zuniga and orchestrated by her attorney Tony Busby is a blatant and cynical attempt to shake down Mr. Sharpe for millions of dollars. It is filled with lies, distortions, and misrepresentations, and it will not succeed. In her effort to extract a large financial settlement, Ms. Zuniga presented Mr. Sharpe with a secretly recorded video of a consensual sexual encounter. We believe the video has been heavily edited and taken entirely out of context, crafted to falsely portray a consensual act as non-consensual. Ms. Zuniga has refused to provide a copy of the full, unedited version of the recording to Mr. Sharpe's legal team. To set the record straight, we are releasing several of Ms. Zuniga's own explicit text messages to Mr. Sharpe that clearly indicate the nature of their relationship was consensual and sexual in nature, and in many cases initiated by her with specific and graphic requests. Contrary to the allegations she makes in her lawsuit, consensual sex continued until January 2nd, 2025, the day after she asked for $25,000 per cheek as quoted above from her text message to Mr. Sharpe. There are other examples of text from Ms. Zuniga. For example, ooh, gets nastier. Only if you put that gravy in me, then I can do whatever I want to me. Text from Gabrielle Zuniga to Shannon Sharpe, November 23rd, 2023. I want to put my tongue in your asshole and then marry you. Text from Gabriella. That's my daddy. Fuck, I want you to put a big black baby in me. Another text from Gabriella in August 6th. You better crave it because you're going to be stuck with it for life after you put a big black baby in me. Another text from her, August 11, 2024. These messages are just a sampling of a broader pattern of graphic sexual communications initiated by Ms. Zuniga. The evidence paints a clear picture. This was a consensual adult relationship that included role-playing, sexual language, and fantasy scenarios explicitly requested by Ms. Zuniga. The edited tape that Ms. Zuniga secretly taped and showed to Mr. Sharpe during her blackmail attempt tries to falsely portray, as a result of this editing and out of context from prior text messages, that the sexual activity was not consensual. But Mr. Sharpe now believes her secret taping was all part of her plan set up as part of her blackmail scheme, as distorted by her edited tape, a copy which she refused to make available to Mr. Sharpe or his counsel. Mr. Sharpe categorically denies all allegations of coercion or misconduct, especially the gross lie of rape, and will not submit to what he sees as an egregious attempt at blackmail. He stands firmly by the truth and prepared to fight these false claims vigorously in court. He looks forward to vindication through due process and a judgment based on the facts and the law. God damn, that was a lot. But yeah, I hope it's bullshit. But the sad thing about it is, if it's bullshit, then that means this woman needs to get charged for falsely putting this out there. So there's no winners in this regardless. If it's true, it's sad because she was victimized. And if it's not true, it's sad that he's being painted in this light. So, hey man, better them than me. Like I always say, like, share, subscribe, comment. God is good. God is great. Thank God my paper straight. I am the Pope Chuck Paul. Peace out.